Did you know that in one of the most peaceful and paradisiacal destinations in the world, there is a completely hidden side? Imagine a tropical island where the sea looks like a painting and the sun always shines. So far, nothing new, right? But what if I told you that as night falls, this island transforms into an adult playground with exclusive parties, private beaches, and a nightlife that defies all expectations? Yes, I'm talking about Sri Lanka, a place that, on the outside, seems like the definition of tranquility, but on the inside, holds secrets that few know about. Can you imagine it? A tropical paradise that plays by its own rules, where fun has no limits, and every corner hides something new. Do you think it's just another vacation spot with beaches and temples? Get ready to discover a Sri Lanka you never imagined, where tourists seek much more than just relaxation. What happens when you mix natural beauty, freedom, and a touch of boldness? The answer is hidden in the streets and nights of Colombo, where desires come to life and traditional rules simply disappear. Stay with me because what I'm about to show you today is not for everyone. This is the real face of Sri Lanka, the secret side that only the boldest dare to explore. Are you ready to uncover this hidden paradise where fun has no limits? Then get ready, because what's coming next will surprise you. Sri Lanka, a place that at first glance seems like the very definition of paradise. Its pristine beaches, lush mountains, and ancient temples make this corner of the world a destination for relaxation and connection with nature. But oh, if only you knew what happens behind the curtains. Because what most tourists see is just a fraction of Sri Lanka's calm, serene, almost mystical side. The truth is, this island holds much more than just Buddhist tradition and peaceful culture. When the sun sets and the city starts to quiet down, something begins to awaken in Colombo, the capital of Sri Lanka. Here, at night, the streets and bars take on a whole new form. This is the secret side that few know about, a place where fun, mystery, and, let's be honest, a touch of boldness come together. We're not just talking about any nightlife. In Sri Lanka, the night is a celebration of freedom, unfiltered experiences, and a sense of liberation rarely seen in other parts of the world. Beneath this aura of tranquility lies a vibrant and pulsating Sri Lankan that offers an experience for those seeking more than just scenic landscapes. Get ready to dive into a secret journey where you'll discover the boldest and most thrilling side of this island, the hidden paradise that many adults come searching for. Because contrary to what many believe, Sri Lanka isn't just about temples and tea. It's about uncovering new forms of pleasure, excitement, and freedom. And I invite you to join me on this journey full of surprises. Now that you have an idea of what Sri Lanka hides behind its peaceful image, it's time to fully dive into the island's real energy. And no, I'm not talking about quiet temples or empty beaches. I'm talking about Colombo. Here, the night turns into a true urban jungle of lights, music, and endless parties. If you think Colombo is just a quiet city with silent streets and temples at dawn, think again. When night falls, Colombo transforms into a real playground for adults, with a nightlife that rivals some of the world's biggest capitals. The city lights up not just with neon signs, but with an energy that electrifies everyone who steps in. On the more luxurious side, you can lose yourself in high-end casinos, where adrenaline runs wild between poker tables and roulette wheels. Here, the glamour of the night blends with the thrill of a big win, creating an atmosphere of pure sophistication. But if you're looking for something more exclusive, something more underground, then Colombo has its hidden side as well. In secret corners of the city, you'll find private parties and underground nightclubs that only the insiders know how to access. These places have no signs, no obvious entrances. You have to know where to go. The music is electronic. Bodies move as if the world will stop at dawn. And the energy in the air is so intense you can almost touch it. Here, no one asks about the past or the future. Everyone is there to live in the moment, unafraid to lose themselves in the night. And of course, we can't forget the intimate bars, where sophisticated cocktails meet a vibe that blends modern and traditional influences. Whether you want to chat with a local or get lost on a dance floor, Colombo offers a nightlife scene that combines the eccentricity of a big city with the unique charm of Sri Lanka. So, what's your pick? High-stakes bets, secret parties, or dancing until the sun comes up? Here, the options are as limitless as your willingness to surrender to the night. After exploring the intensity of Colombo at night, it's time to take a step back and discover the more serene yet equally fascinating side of Sri Lanka. You know that place where you can leave routine behind, forget the world, and surrender completely to pleasure? Well, it exists, hidden in the island's secret beaches and exclusive resorts, where the concept of relaxation is taken to a whole new level. Imagine a deserted beach, where crystal clear waters gently kiss the soft white sand, with no other sound but the waves and the whisper of the wind. Now, picture yourself not surrounded by crowds of tourists, but by a select few, all seeking the same experience: pleasure, without rush, without pressure, without limits. This is the true adult paradise of Sri Lanka, private beaches that look like something out of a dream, where luxury meets exclusivity. And to complete this experience, you have adults-only resorts, where every detail is designed to provide a one-of-a-kind escape. These places are not just about relaxation, they're about reconnecting with your boldest, freest self. Offering everything from candlelit dinners to private pool parties, these resorts are perfect for those who crave an uninhibited getaway. But the most fascinating part? The feeling of being in a world apart, where worries are left on the other side of the island, and the only goal is to enjoy the present. Here, you can surrender to the experience without rush, without judgment, just you, the ocean, and the promise of a freedom that few places on earth can offer. Sri Lanka, by its very essence, is a land of contrasts, a place where the past meets the present, and where tradition blends with an unrelenting pursuit of pleasure and freedom. At first glance, you might think everything here is about serenity, spirituality, and deep respect for ancient traditions. And indeed, the country is a rich cultural hub, filled with Buddhist temples radiating tranquility, religious festivals celebrating purity, and a way of life centered on respect and harmony. But beneath this lies a much bolder, more vibrant layer, hidden in the shadows of these traditions. The culture of pleasure in Sri Lanka isn't something openly advertised, yet it's not entirely concealed either. It's a pursuit of new experiences, intense sensations, and moments of liberation, pleasure, without shame, without censorship. The duality between deep-rooted conservatism and the desire for uninhibited fun is mesmerizing, a true dance between the spiritual and the hedonistic. While religion and spiritual practices hold a central place in many people's lives, there is also a growing demand for escapism and freedom. This is reflected in everything from the rising popularity of underground parties and exclusive resorts to the way both tourists and locals surrender to pleasure without restraints. The contrast is visible on the streets by day. People dress modestly, embodying tradition, but by night, they transform into uninhibited souls seeking thrill, whether in hidden clubs or private beach parties. This duality is what makes Sri Lanka so fascinating. On one side, you have the deep serenity and spirituality that define the local culture. On the other, an electrifying energy that proves that somewhere between these extremes lies true freedom. Now that you've uncovered this secret side of Sri Lanka, the fusion of tradition and boldness, the pursuit of pleasure and spiritual harmony, tell me, what would you do if you found yourself in this paradise? A place where serenity and intensity intertwine, where pleasure and tranquility coexist in a unique dance. This isn't just about visiting exotic places. It's about experiencing and surrendering to a completely new way of living. Sri Lanka is more than just a destination. It's an invitation to step out of your comfort zone, challenge the norms, and explore life in a whole new way. Here, you can lose yourself in the intensity of the nightlife, or find yourself on hidden beaches, far from prying eyes. You can choose peace or adrenaline, or maybe even both. But before you start planning your own journey to this secret paradise, I want to know, which side of Sri Lanka intrigues you the most? Would you rather get lost in Colombo's underground parties or unwind at a secluded resort? Or do you find yourself drawn to the complex blend of tradition and indulgence? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more hidden stories and secret tips about places you never imagined. What Sri Lanka has to offer goes far beyond the typical tourist photos. Come and discover more.